Hello. I've been thinking about this subject that comes up in the Course in Miracles, which is illusion. It says that the Son of God fell asleep, and we're in the dream of the Son of God. So I've got to say, it certainly feels very real to me. But then I've been in dreams, in my own dreams, where I've been walking down a road and there were trees and houses and people, and they all seemed totally real. And when I did things in the dream, I had sensations, and it is common for people to wake from a dream believing, that it was real. Some dreams can actually leave people with physical sensations. I used to treat somebody years ago that used to dream he was in battle scenes and things, and he had severe angina, and he'd wake up actually in such an agitated state he would wake up with an angina attack. That's how real a dream can be. But the Course says that we can forgive everybody for everything because it's all illusion anyway. And the more I think about it, the more I start to think this word illusion is a little bit difficult to understand. Well, very difficult. But we do have quite a lot of practical examples of illusion here within the dream. Years ago, when I was at school, we used to do things with magnets, and one of the things that I liked was where the teacher would put a magnet under a piece of paper, and then he would pour iron filings, tiny iron powder, onto the pattern, and if you tap the paper, you get this classical pattern. So as you can see, there's a bar magnet in the middle, but then there are lines of force coming out from the bar magnet. Well, in terms of illusion, if you didn't know there was a magnetic force underneath the paper, if you were unaware of the magnet, you'd think, oh, well, the iron filings like to take that shape. That is their natural shape. And you'd have no idea why they could pick that shape. And if somebody took the magnet away and all the iron filings went into a lump or fell off the page, you'd think, oh, I wonder why they've done that. They're not in their natural state now. Well, this is very much like life and death. Our physical body is held together by a very subtle type of force field. I'm sure it is a force field, but the nature of the force field is that it's conscious. It's a type of intelligence. So your soul, and my soul are an intelligent energy field. It always struck me as odd that I put needles into a person's body when I do acupuncture, and somehow it alters the way that they think. They get what they call a well-being effect. Sometimes I can see people that are depressed and put some needles in their feet and suddenly they feel better. I thought, how odd is that? Surely it's the brain that creates the mind. I actually don't think it is now. I think that the nervous system is very much like a radio transmitter receiver, and that the energy field of the soul surrounds the body. I mean, I'm not clairvoyant myself, but I know people that claim they can see auras, and they say there is an energy field round the body, and I believe that energy field is the mind, and it is the life force. In the Chinese medicine, it's called qi. It's got plenty of names. Life force, I think the French call it something vital. Vital energy, vital energy. It's prana in yoga. It's all the same thing, but it's subtle, and we don't really know how to measure it. The only instruments we've got that can detect any sign of it at the moment are Kirlian photographic techniques. So a Kirlian photograph can show you the presence of some kind of a field round a living thing. The same field is not there after the person or the thing has died. It is something that is only there when there is a life force. I also did A-level physics, and in A-level physics they taught us about radio transmission and how a signal can be sent. So you'll have to excuse my art, it's not actually very good, but you have the radio transmitter here, sends out a signal which is picked up by the aerial here, and then it goes down a wire into the television set, and the television set has got something like a small computer in it which decodes the signal, and it converts an electromagnetic frequency into a picture. So it takes something that is not solid, that is the radio or TV transmission, and it converts it into a solid picture that we think, aha, that's the program. That's that. Well, we're doing it at this moment. This clever computer stuff is converting patterns bouncing off me, light waves bouncing off me. It's converting it into a picture. Then it converts it into a transmission signal, sends it along a wire, and then at the other end it's decoded and converted back into a picture. And when we're talking about God, the source of what is, we're talking about the highest intelligence in the universe. And so the illusion that we're in is, in a sense, it's like the TV program. It's being transmitted, but it's actually coming from another place that's not so physical. It's coming from a realm of pure intelligence. And the illusion that the Course in Miracles keeps referring to is that we see ourselves as part of the TV program. We believe that we are the characters in the program. But the truth is, we're actually the directors, the authors, the creator of the program. It says we never left heaven. Well, heaven is clearly some reference to a state of mind that is above the physical realm. So our intelligence sits in the heaven realm, in the pure consciousness, but it projects a TV program into the physical realm that is what the Course in Miracles refers to as the dream. So we're both in the dream and creating the dream at the same time. Now that's what I call illusion. The illusion is that all there is this. And of course that was the purpose of the crucifixion, and that was the purpose of all the teachings, to show to us that we are the consciousness behind it all. We're part of the ocean of consciousness, and that what we're experiencing in the physical realm is a projection. It's not what we are. In fact, we never left the place where we were able to create by thinking. Interestingly, quantum mechanics recently, in the last 50 years or so, has produced some very fascinating evidence that observing experiments alters the results. So there is, if you want to Google it, have a look, there's something about the two-slit experiment, which shows that the presence of an observer alters the outcome of the events. So to me, that's the very, very thin edge of the wedge that's telling us mind affects body. And so in the Course in Miracles, it says that the mind contains the body. Well, I'm going to stick with the idea that the mind is therefore the conscious energy field around the body, and that is the mind that holds the physical body together. That's the energy field, in the same way that the magnetic field can hold the pattern of the iron filings. My energy field holds the pattern of this physical form that you're seeing, but the physical form does not exist without the field, the controlling field, the conscious energy field known as the soul. Just thought I'd share that. Namaste.